big event of modernity is to be the desexualized universe. Like, it's just this gray, boring, I think Pascal has this wonderful formula, this infinite, vast universe. Now, Lacan's paradox is that he reintroduces sexual difference, but I claim absolutely not in the sense of this ancient resexualization and so on. And there is a guy here, I mean in a positive way, who I hope we will have tomorrow time, who asked me precisely this question, which is central today. And it shouldn't be answered in an easy way. I will approach it towards the end of today's talk. I already improvised this in my class. Like, what's still the role of philosophy today? There are good reasons. Hawking, in philosophically very bad book, his one before the last, nonetheless makes an apparently convincing case. No? He says that, look, what were traditionally big metaphysical questions, out of scope of science, do we have free will? Is our universe finite or infinite? Science is dealing with this problem today. It's neurology, cognitive sciences which try to resolve this problem of free will. It's quantum cosmology which tries to decide is the universe finite or infinite and so on. So what remains of philosophy? His answer is nothing. Maybe just some kind of general methodological reflections and so on and so on. And I think this is maybe the big tension in modern contemporary philosophy. And I think that philosophers then try to isolate, or whatever you call it, a space which nonetheless remains to philosophy. The usual question, reply is, he is today's, don't underestimate him, today's state philosopher. I don't agree with him, Habermas. His idea is a typical, very easy transcendental terms. Science can explain everything, but it's this basic reflexive transcendental term, but it's nonetheless caught in a circle. I explain this as a natural process causality, but in advance I already have to approach in this scientific way nature. It's not simply I look around and nature appears like this. Nature, this is the classical Heideggerian point even, nature has already to appear to me or to be conceived in this way to me. Like that nature is a causal link or whatever, even with all the further complexities of quantum physics and so on. So the idea is that in order to explain everything, maybe even our brain, our mind through, it must be always already here. A certain modern scientific approach to nature. And this is then the hermeneutic question, no? Like, but I see problems here. This is the position that many people share, even if they appear to be opposed, from Heidegger to deconstructionists and so on. The idea is that you never get, as it were, an innocent view, innocent in the sense that not predetermined with our horizon of understanding of nature. But then the conclusion, and Heidegger was here truly radical, he systematically raised the question here. What am I saying here is, take somebody like Michel Foucault, whom I appreciate greatly. If this will be repetitive to you, but if you ask him, for example, do we have a free will? His answer would have been to reject the question in this direct naivety. He would have said, it doesn't matter what answer you give, to raise in its today's meaning this question, you already have to be within a certain episteme. Because in some other approaches to the world, such a question is meaningless. Or is everything naturally determined by natural causality, or is something that escapes natural causality? Of course, answer would have been, this question itself presupposes a certain approach to reality, where reality appears to you as a nexus of causal effects, chain of causes and effects, and so on. So, for him, this direct ontological question, if you then insist, but fuck you, but what about really? Are we free or not? He would have refused this question as too naive. For him, Germans, if you are some Germans here, have this beautiful phrase, I love it, unhintergehbar, what you cannot step, move behind. That the further we can go is this, what Heidegger called, I'm oversimplifying here, Lichtung, openness of being, the way things appear to us. And we cannot step out of it and ask, okay, but how things really are? Because precisely how things really are always appears within a certain horizon, and so on and so on. So, but Heidegger, not being an idiot, he, a couple of times very mysteriously, he raises the question, beginning in his wonderful, where he has all these thoughts about animal, lizard, stone, human beings. He says, but what about things, to put it naively, in themselves? In the naive sense of course, let's say a table, a stone appear to me in a certain way, always. Like, this is the great motive already of the early Heidegger. You know, this in der Welt sein, how I always, the way I perceive this table is overdetermined by my entire practical approach and so on. But the problem is, but how are things really if I drop that? Does this table simply continue and so on? And Heidegger said, and he repeats the same in one of his very last, his conversation with Eugen Fink on Heraclitus. He has says the same thing. He said, I totally neglected this. And what me, my Slovene gang, me, Mladen, Alenka, are now obsessed with, literally, repeatedly approaching this. It's precisely how to approach this, let's call it, limit of the transcendental approach, to move beyond, but without regressing into the old naive realism. No, you cannot say, forget about ourselves, let's just look at things the way they really are. This is, for me, pre-Kantian, pre-critical naivety. We cannot do it. So if you are interested in this, I will definitely send you one text on this. And then, I'm sorry if you know this story, but most of you are new here. Let me amuse you before I go to my topic with another detail, story where I see here the interest of quantum physics. Why I again and again return to it, although, I mean, I don't understand it, but you know, all honest scientists in nuclear physics, you know, one of the most admitted, one of the most famous Feynman's sayings is, nobody understands quantum physics. It's just mathematics works, you know. But I'm sorry if you know this story, but it's beautiful. I think that the interest of quantum physics is to elaborate something, again, a strange connection, which in a way Heidegger, when he speaks about Verborgenheit, openness, and how nature is hidden and so on, approaches in a different way. Namely, what fascinates me immensely in quantum physics is this idea of
Oi. Hola. What is he doing? Damn. Damn. I needed some of that. I need the speed. Dead rat. Shit. Go, go. Let's go. Ba-doop. We gotta hit these lights. Let's go. Barclay. Come on. I'm trying to pass the Barclay. What was that? We're not gonna make it to Barclays. Oh no, that's bullshit. Trying to get to Barclay. No. It's too much traffic. No. Nobody's getting over. Yeah, Flatbush kind of sucks on a Friday night. Should know better. sidewalk. Small metal. Oh. Oh no, the intersection's blocked. What are you? What else would you expect? Goddamn intersection. What the fuck? What is going on my pants right now?
Speaker.
It's a lovely day. speed, not slowing down. Every collision is content. We're gonna come back down Broadway, but not this far down. It's like near where I work. Where did that guy on the e-bike come from? Ruined my gem. Where are you going? We never get this light. Never, never. Never, never. Never make it. Just how the roads are designed. And then we get the wide bike lane. Oh yeah. for whatever reason here, the double wide switches back. There are reasons that are a mystery to me. They send the bikes across other traffic like this. The reasons that are a mystery. I'll never know why. We're at the end. The end of the lights. Nice. Nice. Nice, straight through it. I think it's very good. How's this guy? Here he comes. Here he goes. Ooh, we got the construction. Look at that. Look at that. I knew there was, I knew someone was going to be there. You just know, you can just, like someone's definitely sounding up this little shitty excuse. Speed. Get some speed. Once again, the traffic just takes us up to the light. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
No, vamos a hacer un juego de 10
What's up, man?
How are you? How's business? Business is good?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Oh. Thank you. Oh no, across, brother.
faster, better at work. I mean, whatever it's worth, I get whatever I'm worth. For my niggas who don't do the hell of better for me, I'ma give them heaven on earth for a hell of a check, yeah, whichever comes first. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Look at my life, man, that's lessons on lessons on lessons. I treat the beat like it's a reverend. I tell the truth like, Father, forgive me, these are all my confessions, man. This wasn't luck, it was testing. I done lost homies who been with me since 880, who flip like confetti. And then when you back, they have to call you dog. That shit can get petty. Bitch, don't get no dash to me, nigga. Funny thing about talking behind my back is that it just keep coming back to me, nigga. Was off for a sec, now it's back to me, nigga. You mad at me? This ain't what I want, man. This what it had to be. This is that late night working after 3, man. This is why my old girl was mad at me. This why I'm your majesty, man. The click is the tightest, the pussy the tightest, the drinks are the coldest, the future the brightest, the V not divided, the love is divided, and I just gotta thank God that we got it.
It used to be to bike down this road so fast.
Like we robbed the bank, but all we make is deposits.
Look what they've done to it. Oh, what? These cars
I ain't gonna say that we back or nothing, cause that implies that we're back from something. If we're back from something, it's some checks you owe us. I expect that payment, nothing less or over. I don't need the favors that you asked me for. I could give 2 fucks about where the Grammys go. I just gave out Grammys on my Instagram. Them OVO boys are business, man. It is what it is. Trust me, you get what you give. Yeah. You gotta come to my side and see how we live. Yeah. I cannot see heaven being much better than this. Yeah. Blessings on blessings for me and my niggas from the 6. Look at what we did. Yeah.
Fucking horrible what they did to this road. Just horrible. Yeah, that's right. Have to be squeezed over here. You know. You can't just ride on the lane. together. Try to be nice and let people go, and then they just let me intimidate them. I'm not trying to do that. Oh, really not.
Motherfuckers like a punching bag. When I walk up in the club and these boys want a little paint wetter than a tub and the time rolling up. You can check all of my funds and you know I'm coming up. Cause I made a couple fucking $100 grand in the one and I got the
guy died on a bike. Like, imagine just being here on the sidewalk on your bike. Someone flying down the Brooklyn Bridge, slamming into it. They put this shit up. Imagine that. It's getting run down when you least expect it. Least expected. Least think it's gonna happen. Oh. It happens one morning. Oh shit. Brooklyn Bridge, that's the hangout spot. That is my favorite bridge hangout spot. Pretty much every bridge has kind of a hangout spot in there. Except for maybe the Queensboro. Queensboro sucks. Fuck that bridge. I'm sorry, man.
Niggas sweeter than a pound case.
What in the fuck are we doing here?
Should've just ran into him. Should've just fucking run right into him. Like I wasn't even paying attention. That'd be the way. That'd be the way.
Who ain't got no bitches?
No bitches? I need to make the light.
Niggas don't realize, niggas in the streets realize it, but the press and the industry don't realize it. It's all good, it is what it is.
Nigga,
answer is yes. The answer is always yes. And my name is Ahmed. Okay? Never mispronounce. Ahmed.
Ain't that nice? Have a nice night. Right, like you all. Mad respect. Oh,
Damn right. Fucker! Good thing I'm wearing a helmet. It's of course nice out. It's finally getting cool in this city. It's been hot as balls all summer. Like it is all summer, like it is every summer. But September, it's washing over me. Someone's been cooking burgers. Shit smells like it caught on fire. Almost to the end. Oi. Almost to the end. Back again. The story of my life. Anyway, good night. That's it. That's all I got.
incomplete universe. And I try to elaborate consequences of it. What do I mean by this? Not the simple idea as it is usually misread that we cannot ever know nature fully. Every idiot knows this. Quantum physics is much more radical. Look at if you know a little bit, now I will give you a little bit of my bluffing, you know. That's the difference between Heisenberg, the bad guy in this case, and Niels Bohr. Heisenberg formulated the so-called uncertainty principle. You cannot measure the position and the movement of a particle, blah, blah. But there is a very interesting polemics here between Heisenberg and Niels Bohr. Niels Bohr reproached him that he is still too naive. Heisenberg basically reduces the uncertain principle to the limitation of our knowledge. It is, we cannot measure both. You have to choose. Either you measure the position or the movement, while Bohr's point is, and that's so thrilling, that no, in themselves they don't have position and movement. No, it's not our limitation. It's the unfinished character and now of reality itself. And now comes my joke, repeated 30 times in my books. I hope you don't know it. The idea how to read this came, I forgot the name, to a vulgar, common, but it's well written, Introduction to Philosophy, where, I forgot the name, sorry, it's quoted in my books, where the guy tries to explain this uncertainty principle, but correctly read through Niels Bohr, through video games. And I love video games. If you are a philosopher today, you should study video games. I will immediately tell you why. His idea is this one. You know that the universe of video games, I'm talking about simple video games, you know, that I am too stupid to play them, too old, but I enjoy observing my son playing them. The world there is not perfectly programmed. For example, in the back you see a forest, but it's not part of the game to go there. So it's meaningless to ask, oh, I want to see those trees there in detail. It's not in the program. They exist only as this blurred, incomplete background. Or, most stupid example, the interior of a house. If in the game that you are playing, it's not part of the rules that you can enter the house, then of course, why lose time? The interior is not programmed, you know, it's meaningless to, and the idea is this one, that, it's beautiful one, that in creating our world, but you can give atheist reading to it, God was a lazy programmer. God underestimated us. He thought humans are too stupid to move beyond atom. So why should I bother there with programming, position and velocity? They will never reach that point. And we, as it were, caught God by his pants down, you know, as you say. We went too far. We approached this incompleteness of the universe. And I think this is something really worth thinking about. Because it's if we move beyond these jokes, it's a very complex term, this idea of incomplete universe. You find this already in good historical hermeneutics, where, you know, the first stupidity you should get rid of is this obsession with the original context. Here I like, but everybody likes him today, so it's time that somebody begins to hate him, Walter Benjamin. When he says he compared works of art with, you know, this is all the time quoted, with a shot on a film for which we don't yet possess the developer, how to make the image visible, so that he said, not only is later time, when you lose the immediate contact with the work of art, not only is it not underprivileged, like, you know, this historicist stupidity. You have to know all the context, the original context. No, I claim works of art in this sense are genuinely open. Maybe we can understand